Mike, go for it. Perfect, Mike. Norbert, come on up. Mike, give it a shot. Don't let the brakes on the green tip. It's a challenge, but it's rewarding. Look at that. Beautiful. That's what I'm looking for. You stayed focused and dedicated. You met every technique, and you did it perfect.
balanced in, maintain my throttle, eye to my apex. I'm going to start adding my steering and accelerate out. Nice and smooth. Back to balance on the entry. Looking to my left, I'm going to open up the entry, lift out of the throttle, let the car turn, back to power, nice and smooth. Fourth gear, start your scanning. Long and light on the brakes, get your downshift, keep it balanced, nice and smooth. Looking all over that apex, rolling into that power. Important, clip the apex with your balance on the brakes. Open up the entry, squeeze, back to balance. Get the nose heavy, keep it on the curbing. Back to power. Start your scanning, looking for that flag off to the right of the property. That's where my nose is going right now. Get the nose pointed, squeeze the power. Get the nose heavy, let it turn. Look at that car turn with the brake on. Same thing at the bottom of the hill here. We're going to open up the entry, foot on the brake, bring the brake right to the apex. Off the brake, power. To the brake, fade off the brake. Back to power. Start your scanning. Look at all of this time you have to process the corner before you get there. Long and light. Long and light. Keep it balanced. Open up the entry. Get your downshift between the apex and the turn-in right here. Keep it balanced with the brake. Now squeeze the power. Now balance it. Get that nose heavy. Power out. Balance in. Keeping it balanced to the middle. Open up the entry. Accelerate out.
Copy, Reno, copy.
Open up the entry. Eye to the apex. Roll out of the power. Let it turn. Now start squeezing that power down. Fade off the brake. Fade, balance. Accelerate smoothly. Full throttle. Keep it balanced. Balance. Open it up. Power. Right here. Power. Balance. Look at that car turn. Foot on the brake. Off the brake. Back to power. Eyes up. Using all the pavement. Balance. Squeeze that throttle. Let it come out left. Get the nose heavy, let it turn. Look at that. Look at that car turn. Loves that. Loves that brake. Balance. Power. Here comes the ABS. When we get to the exit, I'm going to go to full ABS. Gonna come out. Ready? You lose control, this is what you do. That's ABS. That car will stop.
Bill, wait for the white car and we'll just continue on. Alright, mind same thing, start looking ahead, thinking ahead. Pass by the apex car, we should be straightening the wheel out and braking and then looking left. And then turn. Straighten it out, look right, and then turn, and then look up towards the bridge, towards that Corvette side. There you go, and then squeeze on the throttle. Near the white cone, lightly on the throttle, and just hold it steady. You pass by this one, you should be straightening the car out. We'll be right over by the white one. And just middle lane. Alright, ease off the throttle, turn a little bit, then squeeze. Perfect. Slow it down so you come out. Over to left, brake nice and firm, then slow down to your comfort, then look right and turn. gradually. You notice when you're late on the steering, you go out wide, and then you have to turn more. So just anticipate it a little bit. Keep coming left. Keep coming left. There's no straight. Quick right. First apex is important. Bring it out to the left, and I'm looking right all the way through. Remember that visual scanning. Nice wide field of view. There you go, Mike. Perfect. Down the left side. Everything starts looking ahead, looking wide. Get the whole field of view in your eyes. You can't drive in a tunnel. Down the straightaway, unwind and squeeze. There you go. Good, Mike. There you go, Cal. Start looking down the straight. We got these numbered signs for your reference. There's no guessing on when to brake. Get prepared to slow down. We're going to brake straight, left, and turn it firmly. Brake for a second, then back to the right. Then look up towards the Michelin Man. There you go. Focus, think about what you got to do here. Straighten it out to the left. Little brake for balance, and then just squeeze on the throttle. Just going to maintain that pace. When you're ready, we're going to bring it over to our apex. Squeeze back on it to the outside edge. Look right. Make sure you don't wind off that corner there, Cal. Keep looking right, Mike. The same thing I told Bill. When you pass by this cone, just start turning in. Start turning. Start turning. There you go. And you're just going to hug this, and then you can accelerate right there, basically. And we'll just make one turn. We don't straighten it out. Just keep coming left. At the top of the hill. Much easier to just brake it that way. Just gotta try to be a little quicker with your hand. Looking right though. Back down the left side. Make sure you're looking through the corner there, Cal, not just straight off the front of the car. You don't want to aim at the cones. Another lap in this order. So look down the straightaway here, Mike, and then squeeze as you unwind. Your right thumb, you've got to be near. So thinking about the end here, we're going to brake, straighten it out, and we got to look left. Straighten it out, look right. Remember to look up towards the Michelin Man. Your hands will drive, aim right for it. That's what you want. Perfect. There you go, Cal, good. There you go, Bill. Not too wide, just be firm. Hold the steering. Now bring it left. Turn it down. Turn, turn, turn. There you go. Just let it droop and then just let your momentum take you out. Let it unwind, Cal. There you go. Perfect. Now brake firm. Then look to the right. Just turn the wheel. Keep looking right. Start turning left. Start turning. Use the brakes for comfort. Once you're ready, off the brake, then squeeze on the throttle. Just a nice smooth arc. Excellent, Mike. We're going to turn a little bit sooner. Turn it now. Then I'll just ride that curve up to the outside. That way it's one continuous corner. Excellent. Cal, you've done that twice. You've almost gone off the track because you've been steering right at the house. That's where your hands are going to drive you. You got to look where the road's going, okay? All right, Mike, excellent job. We're going to rotate back to Cal. Bring Cal with you. Bill, you're going to tuck in behind the 98 wide. And Cal, check your mirror, blend back in. All right, Mike, here we go. Light brake, even lighter, just eliminate the tail light. Keep that distance. Beautiful head turn. Find that green tip and now start to bring your car to it. Get back to your brake balance right there and stay with that brake all the way to the apex or not. Little power right there and a little bit of balance right there. Good, let's get the energy up. Remember this apex is way around the corner here. So we get our energy up, give me the light brake, going over slope. Now off the brake right there, back to power. And just keep that foot right on the accelerator. Good. Now start to add your steering in. Now squeeze the throttle. Squeeze, release, and brake. Lighter brake, off the brake right there. Looking left, maintain with your throttle. Start to add your steering right there. Now squeeze that throttle as you unwind your hand. Get the energy back up in the car. Now manage it with the brake, long and light. Lighter brake as you turn in. Fade off the brake, let the car roll. Look at that. That's a thing of beauty right there. Looking really good, Mike. Keep that momentum up. Keep that concentration level high. And use that brake even lighter. Lighter brake. Look at that. Look at that momentum. Look at that speed just naturally appear. And coming up to 5A and B, we're going to use that light brake pressure again. Light and long. Let it roll. Clip the apex. Let it come out left, back to the brake. Super light pressure. We're going to clear those rocks there. I'm just going to change the line through the rock a little bit. So Cal, Bill, when you come through there's a little bit of rock. Just change your line up for me. Long light brake here, Mike. Super long, super light. Good. Now even lighter brake for 7. All right, roll into that power. I'm going to bring you into 8 again. Looking good back there, guys. Okay, foot to the brake. Get your visual scanning. Your car placement is done. Now we're going to execute with the super light pressure. Look at that car turn. Off the brake, let it turn. Now back to the brake right there and bring that light brake pressure all the way to the apex. That's the way you do it. Beautiful. Kind of overslowed your entry. You lost the momentum a little bit. We were coming in there at a pretty good speed. You let it spook you. So we got to get that energy back in the car here. Little balance. There's your energy. Now manage it. Foot back to the accelerator. Just maintain. Roll back into the power. Power there and back to balance. Looking left, foot to the accelerator, and you're maintaining your speed. Open up the entry. Now start to add your steering. Now roll into the power right there. Roll into it. There's your energy. Now let's manage it with the brake. Let's manage it long and light. And when you turn in, you're going to fade off of the brake. Looking really good. Let's utilize all the pavement and give me lighter brake pressure. Lighter, let it turn. Spacing back there, Bill. Give him a little bit more room. Check up a little bit here. Good run, Mike. I like what I'm seeing back there. Good work. All right, let's pick up that pace again. Got everybody in my mirrors. And right on back up to speed, Mike. Excellent job. Beautiful. Nice recovery, Mike. Getting the energy back in the car, getting right back after it. Perfect. Now bring that brake in. Don't let it smoke yet. There you go. Keep that momentum up. Back to power. Now back to the balance. There it is. Beautiful job. Nice work, Mike. Here's our energy. There's our placement. Here's our execution. Eyes up a little further, Ty. You went a little wide at the exit of 10 back there. Little balance. Opening up the entry here. Bringing it right to the apex. Okay, here's our energy coming up to 3. That brake, lighter as you turn, lighter, 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 now off of the brake, let it turn. Look at that, corner speed, beautiful. Look at that light brake pressure, look at how fast you go with just barely touching the brake. Keeping it right on the curbing here, letting it roll. Heading into 4 there. With Bill looking good. Mike's got a pretty good run here. Gonna keep it balanced for 5. Hitting our mark. Just a little wide there on that one, Mike. Just kind of missed that 5D apex. Find the balance pressure, bring it right to the apex. We're going to start our cool down. We're on the front. Starting cool down, you can go to 4th gear and relax the car. Good run, Mike. Working our way into 2. Cal and Mike working your way back on up. You can, once you reach us, you guys, you can start your cool down. on a cool-down lap, this seems really easy, right? Remember, your first session was this fast this morning. This is how fast your top speed was. So look at all the improvements that you made, which is kudos to you guys. So now without any effort, things are easy. We can hit all of our marks. Our eyes are opened up a little bit more. We're utilizing more of the ratio of the corner. Now it's easy. You can actually see how much of this racetrack I use. Every bit of it. Better in 7. You guys aren't butchering it as bad. A couple of times we kind of missed it going through here. But look at the actual line here when I come through. And there we go. And we're going to be exiting on this lap. Keep the car on line on the left-hand side. If you drive it on the right, you'll be picking up all of that debris you see over there. Makes those tires get out of balance. You start picking up all that rubber. And out to the right side here in the pit lane we go. Heads up, there is going to be a hot paddock when we come in here. There is a process. Even though we can't see around turn 1, visualize where's the apex, where do we start the shortcut, what does turn 2 look like? Start thinking about that. Now look across the infield, you can confirm all of that, and then execute your plan. Setting up in the middle of the road so we can turn when the curving begins on the left, getting down to that apex, looking up the road, past the apex cone, seeing where the exit curve is. Very important that we start visualizing that. And then we're coming up to turn 3, and we know that's a real long corner that we need to be very precise in so we can get to that apex. Turn your head, look around the corner so there's no surprises. Excellent, nice apex there, Mike. Good job. All right, now look ahead here. Make sure we hit every apex, all right? Don't worry about going fast. Worry about correctly positioning the car on the track, and things will fall into place. So tires on the apex curve, eyes up the hill, so we're ready for the next part of the track. To the kink. Think about your gear changes. Everybody's in 4th gear before the kink, and then back to 3rd gear before we turn into turn 7. Alright, as we unwind out of turn 7, roll onto that throttle, work your way up through the gears, up to the automatic, 4th for the manual. The first push on the brakes to begin slowing the car down is the firmest push, and then we're adjusting our speed as we approach the turning point. Think about how we deal with the end of turn 8, and then turn 9, and then turn 10. Just leave it in 3rd. The automatics upshift back to 4th as you're approaching the bridge. All right, looking good here. Think about our shortcut here, Mike. we're just leaning the car forward, getting us some grip. Think about your turn-in point here, where you turn to get down to the apex. Look up the hill, see where we're going next. Identify the braking cone over here on the left so we don't wait too long to get the car slowing down. Look around the corner. Use your side windows, see where the road's going. Alright, look down through turn 4 here, see where we're heading. Notice how early I turn here so I can get down to that apex easily. Alright, don't stare at the cones, just see them in the peripheral vision. Look ahead, see where the road's going, what we have to do next. Look up to the right, see the long apex in turn 5A. Tires on the curb from one big cone to the other, and then all the way out to the left. And as we enter turn 5B, look down the road, look to the top of the cone at the kink. Look through turn 6 to turn 7. Turn 6 is only used to get prepared for turn 7. Turn 6 is not a very important corner, but turn 7 is. So we want to maximize that. Cal, that was a nice unwind out of the corner there. You went all the way to the outside. That's perfect. So just look for those markers, the turn-in points, the apexes. Look ahead, see where the road's going. Now all we're doing here, Mike, is getting ready for turn 10. That's all this turn 9 is good for, is to get in position for turn 10 so we can get the most out of the front straight. Excellent, nice unwind, looking good. The shortcut here. As we straighten the wheel, we squeeze on the throttle, then we ease off the throttle, rest your foot lightly on the brakes as we begin turning to the left, and then back to steady speed in the middle of the road till it's time to do throttle steer. Right about now. Off the gas, and then accelerate out of the corner. And Mike, you're up to 4th, and then back to 3rd before turn 3. So have your clutch up before this turning cone. Look around the corner. Now remember, in the turns, we don't want to slow down, we can't speed up, so just maintain a nice steady speed in the corner. Good, eyes up the hill. Now, start thinking about turn 5, right? We can barely see it, but we're already thinking, where do I need to get the car so I'm ready to turn into the corner? What do I do in the turn? How do I deal with the second part of turn 5? And then what do we do for the kink as we leave turn 5? There, alright? We're going to slow it down here. We're going to gather everybody up, but just stay behind me. You ran a little wide coming out of 7, so I'm guessing you turned in a little too early or you moved the steering wheel a little too fast. Alright, so think about those choices when we're getting to a corner. Turn at the turning cone, but look far enough through the corner so you know how much to turn the steering wheel. Come on down the left side, Cal and Bill. We're just going to do another lap here. We'll just gather up here. All right, off we go here, Mike. All right, think about getting ready for turn 10. That's all we're doing here at the end of turn 8. Getting in position for a good run out onto the front straight. There you go. That was a much better exit coming out of that corner than it was coming out of turn 7. So think about how you dealt with turn 10 there and apply that to turn 7 there, Mike. or the right. We want to have a good angle down into the shortcut, so we don't want to hug the inside too much. Same thing in turn 2. We want to be to the right of the seam, so we're in the middle lane of paving, the middle lane of asphalt. Hang out here until that curbing begins on the left, and then use that throttle steer. Just coast. The car turns in tighter, drive on the curb, accelerate out. Good. Think about your downshift here, and look out the right side of the windshield there, so we see where we're going. Use the side window like we did in the serpentine exercise yesterday. As we're coming into 4, look out the side windows, identify the apex, plan your path. It's okay to use that curve on the left there, Mike, as you're heading straight for the gate. If we're doing it right, the left tires touch the end of that curving on the left side. Just sneak it a little bit. So that's okay to use that.